And now for something completely different. What is it? Keep watching. Hello, welcome back to GotAUkulele. It's review day. As ever, this is a summary of the bigger review on the website. If you look at the link below, that'll take you to the site where all the other reviews are as well, a lot more information. And as I say every week, GotAUkulele is not brand sponsored. I don't get paid by the shops, I don't get paid by the brands, I don't get paid by the distributors. So it only continues with very generous donations from people who watch that allow me to get some extra instruments reviews, such as this one that I'm looking at today. That's how this works. I couldn't do it without those people, so my eternal thanks to those. You can also help me out non-financially by hitting the subscribe button and helping boost the YouTube channel visibility as well. Okay, this one had me in two minds where to put it. Regular viewers will have known that I've been doing some occasional mini midweek reviews of small-bodied guitars for uke players who are guitar curious. And then this one came my way, and I call those guitar ones the Not a Ukulele reviews, and I wondered whether this one should go in Not a Ukulele reviews. When you see it, you'll see what I mean. But I decided not to. This is the Ibanez EWP14WP Piccolo, and small guitar, isn't it? It's a small guitar. Now, the reason why this is going in the ukulele reviews is most ukulele stores will sell or offer you guitar lalies, which are kind of tenor sized or perhaps smaller ukuleles with 6 strings but with 6 nylon strings. So basically a ukulele tuned in ukulele register but with nylon strings. This is tenor scale. This is a 17-inch scale instrument. That body is a tenor ukulele size. It's fitted with 6 strings. It's tuned exactly the same way as a guitar lele. It's just that the strings are steel. So as far as I'm concerned, this is a steel-strung guitar lele, and I've put guitar leles on the ukulele reviews before, so this one goes with the ukulele reviews as well. Anyway, there we are. Does it matter? I don't think so. Let's get into it. I really love the look of that shape, this tenor-sized body, very modern shape with its Florentine cutaway, very, very nice and rounded base. It's made from all laminate woods, 2 pieces of laminate oven coal on the top, 2 pieces on the sides, 2 pieces on the back. It's got a wonderful stripe to it. It's nicely book matched, lots of interest to it. Yes, it's laminate, but you know, so what? It's very pretty, isn't it? I really like the look of that a lot. The bridge is a pin bridge. That's purple heartwood. You can see a hint of the purple in the light there. Screwed in place. Black pins. Compensated top composite saddle. The composite is a material that Ibanez say is proprietary to them. I call nonsense on that. Pin bridge, as you can see, slight curve over the top of it. We'll come on to the reason why in a moment. Decoration is simple. Black edge binding to the top, back, and that back strip, and also some purfling edge around the top, and then also an abalone sound hole ring. Not usually a fan of abalone, but I don't mind it when it's not done too much, and it's not done too much here. In fact, it fades into the top. And it's finished with an open pore satin, which is really nicely done as well. No fingerprints, and just really tidy everywhere, actually. Yeah, rather like the look of that as well. Inside, pretty tidy too. It's very heavily braced here, X-braced, but it would need to be because we've got a lot of tension with steel strings. Notched linings and regular back braces. That top is pretty thin too for laminate, as it should be. The neck is akume wood, 3 pieces in the normal places. Tapers down to pretty flattened profile actually, and obviously it's going to be wider nut than a ukulele. This is a 42mm nut, 37 from bass to treble, but I much prefer that. It's skinnier than a lot of guitar lele necks are. I much prefer that because you can get away with that because these strings are thinner than nylon strings. If there were 6 nylon strings, you need more space. But I also like the feel of it because of that curve I told you about at the bridge. It's got a radius on the fingerboard, which is a 15.7-inch radius, like acoustic guitars have, a curved radius, skinny neck, narrower nut. All okay, I suspect. That fingerboard, incidentally, more of the same purple heart, seems to be in pretty good condition. It's edge bound down the side, hiding the fret ends, 19 of those, 14 to the body, like a tenor uke. Position dots face out, more in guitar style. These are like wooden inlay dots at 3, 5, 7, 9, double at the 12th, 15 and 17th. I think they look a little bit too big for the small instrument, but you do get side dots as well. Okay, composite nut, down to a skinny headstock shape, which I quite like. Ibanez logo screen print in cream. It is faced with some sort of facing, and it may well be oven coal, but it's not particularly stripy oven coal. I think it would look better to match this body. The tuners are really sort of agricultural, very, very chunky. One of them's misaligned. They work all right, but they are pretty cheap. Obviously seal chrome gears. This one comes with nothing else, although some websites suggest it comes with a rudimentary gig bag. Mine didn't. It comes with a set of acoustic guitar strings. They're 10s, and unlike an acoustic guitar which is tuned from E to E, this is tuned from A to A. Remember I said tune the same as a guitar-lele, so that is to say on the bass A, D, and then G, C, E, A, which is exactly the same as the 4 strings on your tenor ukulele. So G, C, E, A, but with an A and a D below it. So it's the same relative tuning as an acoustic guitar, and it's the same tuning register as a tenor ukulele, so you could play along with somebody playing a ukulele next to you perfectly. The price depends where they are on the street. I've seen these about 160 quid. I've seen them discounted a bit as well, but let's say about 150, 160 quid. So not a lot of money, but it is laminate. Not a lot of money though at all, and I really do like the look of it. If to say I am still a little bit confused as to what the point of it is, let's come on to it. And the reason I'll say that is because of the sound. You see, when you put steel strings on an instrument, imagine a big dreadnought guitar. You get a lot of range, you get a lot of bass, but this is very, very small. Right, volume. Good, very good. It was always going to be good, wasn't it? Steel strings. Blimey, blimey, blimey. But shimmery. Now I'm playing these bits with a pick because I don't really like playing steel strings with my fingers, wrecks my nails, but you can, of course. But what I would say is the pick is making it sound almost a bit overdriven. It's very bright. Bit overdriven played with a pick, I think. Intonation's a bit weird up here as well. I think that nut needs to come down, but played at the neck. Skinny for me with my fingers. I'm finding it hard to yeah, okay, finger picked, which I will try, but now, what am I trying to say on this one? I think it has a very strident, shrill sound to it, but then so does a mandolin. I don't think anyone would buy this to get pleasure of just sitting on your own sofa and playing for yourself, because it's just too much. It's too one-trick pony. However, played along with a band, with somebody else with a ukulele or a guitar or a bass, and brought into a mix to put something over the top in exactly the same way as a mandolin is often used in a band. I get it. I do get it, and I really love the look of it, and I like the price of it. I think someone in a band, a 3-piece, 4-piece, whatever, with a bit of brains, could pick this up, play in the same register as a ukulele band that are strumming away, and put in some, I don't know, some lead riffs, or just yeah, as I say, just a different sound, in the same way as layering over the top a mandolin sound to a band works very, very well. So do you know what? I give it a recommendation, because I think that for me to say, well, this doesn't work as a solo instrument, well, that's just my opinion, but I'm sure somebody could make it work. I think the limit to this is really your imagination. I think if you're playing with other people, I think this would sit really well with a group. For certain songs, not for everything necessarily, but it's just an addition. I've really enjoyed playing it, actually. There's not a lot wrong with it. The build's very good. Got no real gripes with any of that. Cheap tuners, I suppose. I find the neck a little bit skinny even for me, but then I'm used to playing Dreadnought acoustic guitars. And it's not a lot of money. Depends whether you want that sound. The Ibanez EWP14WP Piccolo. It is a steel-strung guitar ukulele, tenor scale. Gets a recommendation, not a roar-away score, but not a bad one either. Interesting. Let me know what you think. That's a bit different, isn't it? Right, okay, I'm back next week. Regular ukulele next week, I can assure you. Just a regular ukulele, which I'm quite looking forward to looking at in some ways, but not in others. I've got loads in the diary coming up. Thanks for your ongoing support and for watching. It's much, much appreciated. It's a lot of fun to do, but even more fun to read your comments and see that people like them. It's very uplifting. Thank you very much. Go very carefully this week. Take care of each other. Have a very good week. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.